Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel.
Robyn and Janelle, the stars of Sister Wives, are upset with the wrong person. On the TLC show Sister Wives, Kody Brown's polygamous household has been slowly falling apart. When Kody proposed taking a fourth wife, Robyn, into consideration, his relationship with his first three wives, Meri Brown, Christine Brown, and Janelle Brown, became tense. The show followed the Brown family as the four women bravely tried to share the family patriarch, who pushed himself to the limit trying to spend equal time with his wife, without succumbing to the temptation of favoritism. Meri, Christine, and Janelle, who gradually started to observe their shared husband's fondness for his most recent wife, claimed that he did, nevertheless, play favorites. Kody and Robyn were left in a monogamous relationship after resentments eventually boiled over and caused three wives to split from their once shared spouse. As the one-on-one episodes of season 19 come to an end, Robyn has become bitter that her name keeps coming up in the talk, and the women continue to blame Robyn for the strife in their relationship with Kody. The women's wrath should be directed at the person who is actually to fault for the series of separations, even though they cannot agree on who among them is to blame for the relationship's turmoil. Polygamy was abandoned by Kody Brown prior to the Sister Wives. It's evident from the way Meri, Christine, and Janelle spoke about their marriages ending with Kody that they believe he gave up on them before the ladies made the decision to leave. Since Kody had deserted his marriage, Meri requested a spiritual release from him, which is their church's equivalent of a divorce. This confirmed what the women had been stating, which was that Kody had not divided his time fairly among his numerous marriages but had instead been entirely preoccupied with Robyn and their kids. The first wife to formally depart was Christine, who declared in November 2021 that she was ending her 26-year marriage to Kody. Janelle would follow in Christine's footsteps about a year later, though her break was less tidy than Christine's because she and Meri were still embroiled in a land dispute with Kody. Meri left soon after Christine and Janelle did, and all three of the first spouses insisted that Kody had failed to fulfill his responsibilities as a husband before they made the decision to end the marriage. In their one-on-ones, Janelle and Robyn are concentrating on the wrong thing. The one-on-one interviews, which usually offer more context for particular scenes from the season, have been annoying viewers as season 19 draws to a conclusion. Viewers have accused Robyn and Kody of avoiding inquiries and denying any responsibility for the family's marital breakdown. Since he has been obstinate in his refusal to patch things up with his children from his first three marriages, Kody in particular has come under heavy fire. Throughout season 19, Robyn repeatedly sidesteps questions posed by host Sukanya Krishnan in the first two one-on-one shows. However, people have taken notice of her response to one alleged snub from Janelle. Robyn was once described by Janelle as the sacred cow who was receiving all of Kody's attention. Robyn tried to jest by sarcastically saying moo, but then she laughed and said, "I don't know," when Sukanya asked how she felt about the remark. In any case, I don't give a damn. Although it's unclear whether Janelle intended for the remark to be insulting to Robyn, given that she was pointing out how Kody put Robyn first, it appears to have hurt. Despite Janelle's explicit statement that she no longer enjoyed Robyn and Kody's company, this comment exemplifies a recurring issue with the Sister Wives. The women become preoccupied with blaming one another when Kody is actually at fault. In the one-on-ones, the wives said that, according to their religion, the husband has an obligation to keep up a relationship with each wife and to deal with any breakdowns. The obvious cause of the family's strife is Kody's decision to put his relationship with Robyn first, and Robyn and Kody's inability to accept this truth is the reason he keeps avoiding accountability while their future on the show is in question. Sister Wives, supporters congratulate Suki for pointing out Kody's baby conduct. Kody Brown, who starred in Sister Wives, has always been quite toxic and troublesome. His three wives felt they were better off without him, and this is one of the main reasons they did so. Kody has a method for proving his dominance and safety over other people. Kody dared to try that tone on presenter Sukanya Krishnan this time, as this is frequently a major source of contention in the family. But he overlooked the fact that not everyone is as innocent and submissive as Robyn, his fourth wife. He will never be able to walk all over people. Sukanya responded appropriately to Kody and showed him where he belonged. In the season 19 finale second episode, Krishnan referred to him as a baby and held up the mirror. She drew attention to the way he typically acts like a man-child around people. It was interesting that Kody simply agreed with Krishnan instead of arguing with her. Janelle Brown, a sister wife, refers to Kody as a failure. Janelle stated in the tell-all that she thinks Kody falls short of what a male in a poly household should be able to do. She referred to him as a failure as well. He didn't act in a way that kept the family together, and he now constantly places the blame elsewhere. Additionally, Janelle emphasized that the other two wives share her belief that he is mistaken. She went on to say that she does not wish to be in a relationship with Robyn or Kody. She went on to say that she has no intention of forming a connection of any type with Robyn or Kody anytime soon. Janelle is limited to having surface-level conversations with them. Sister wives, Kody's baby behavior was called out by Suki Krishnan. Kody has made every effort to instill dread and a sense of superiority in his family over the years. He always attempts to demonstrate to people that he is a powerful person who can rule over all of his family members. His first 3 wives left him because they were tired of his actions. Kody hasn't learned his lesson, though, and continues to use intimidation to support his claims. However, he had an amazing response this time. He did the same with Sukanya Krishnan during the most recent Sister Wives tell-all session. He began to have tantrums in between the parts when Suki asked him a few questions. He informed Sukanya that he could silence her if he so desired during a conversation in the second episode. Although this was extremely impolite, Sukanya was ready for it. She said right away that he couldn't. Because he is Kody, he did not back down and made it clear that he could. Okay, or you could stop acting like a baby and have a grown-up conversation like the rest of us, Sukanya said calmly as she thrashed him in return. Sukanya's scream startled Kody, who began to laugh uneasily. The host left a lasting impression on the audience, who began to applaud her for advocating for herself. Her calling him a baby was hilarious, one fan continued. Another said, "It's great to see Suki finally push back. Kody acted in an awful manner." Sukanya obviously observed Kody's habits and was ready for his outbursts. Sister wives, is Kody Brown actually leaving the United States? His sweeping claims concern me. Sister wives patriarch Kody Brown has made broad comments about wanting to leave the United States that scare me. Is that relocation genuinely happening? Kody has shown off his polygamous lifestyle on TLC since Sister Wives debuted in 2010, but his life has changed dramatically since then. Kody married his OG 3 wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown, in the early 1990s and had 13 children together. However, in 2010, Robyn Brown joined the family, bringing with her 3 children from a previous marriage. She and Kody eventually had 2 children of their own. Where things went tragically wrong in the Brown family was Kody's evident preference for Robyn. Kody spent the majority of his time with his soul mate, 4th wife, which led him to abandon his first 3 spouses. The COVID-19 epidemic aggravated the disconnections, prompting Christine to leave Kody in 2021, Janelle in 2022, and Mary in 2023. Kody is now in monogamy with Robyn, and the rest of the family harbors strong feelings against him. Kody has declared that he wants to leave the United States. Kody has put himself in a bad situation. Kody has been highly attacked by Sister Wives viewers throughout the years for a number of reasons, and their dislike for him grows. I believe Kody has fostered a lack of equality with his wives since Robyn joined the family, but he has continuously refused to admit any fault. Instead, Kody has blamed his now ex-wives for failing to meet his expectations and failing to be more like Robyn, who is obedient. Kody's communication style is to blame others, and he regularly rewrites events to fit a narrative that portrays him favorably. Over the years, there have been financial disparities in how the Brown household divided items and how their shared/pooled money was spent. Kody has emphasized his and Robyn's interests, and this was evident in how the Coyote Pass property was divided and used. In 2025, the Coyote Pass property that the Browns purchased as a last-ditch effort to rescue the family will be sold. Mary and Janelle, who still had claims after Christine sold hers to Kody for $10 years ago, were compensated. Despite Mary, Janelle, and Christine stepping away from Kody and attempting to cut relations totally, I've noticed that Kody continues to demonstrate his undying hate by vocalizing his disdain. Kody also has very poor or non-existent ties with almost all of his children, with the exception of Robyn, which was exacerbated by Kody and Janelle's son, Garrison Brown, who committed suicide in March 2024. Kody is now on an island and at odds with his entire OG family, forcing him to choose a different path to happiness. Kody stated that he wants to move to Europe. Sister Wives Season 19 was split into 2 parts that aired a few months apart. The first half of the season concentrated on the deterioration of Kody's relationships with his ex-wives, while the second half was about how the Brown family dealt with Garrison's death. In the first part, Kody discussed how he envisioned his future, given his circumstances, after becoming a monogamist in the stressful new world he created. During an interview, Kody discussed his international escape dreams. Will Kody's move to Europe solve anything? Kody's words make it clear that he wants a fresh start and would prefer to relocate in Europe. He believes that by leaving America, he will be able to put behind what is bothering him and start over with a clean slate. However, I believe Kody would be taking his baggage with him. Kody is notoriously bad at letting go. It's possible that Kody may find comfort from his pain, bitterness, and convoluted life in America by eating, praying, and loving in Europe, but he has other plans. It's clear to me that Kody just wants to be focused on himself, Robyn, and their nuclear family, and going to Europe would reinforce that and have the potential to completely destroy any hope he has of repairing his relationships with his children, especially after Garrison's death. Are Kody's European dreams realistic? Sister Wives Kody's desire to leave his life in the United States for a new environment in Europe is a pipe dream. Kody stated that he has children with Robyn who are still in school, and his relationships with his other children require a great deal of attention and repair. Kody's ambition to start over in Europe is impractical and demonstrates a selfish attitude. Kody and Robyn recently purchased a new $2.1 million home in Flagstaff, Arizona in 2025, indicating that Kody's ambitions to relocate to Europe were not logistically feasible. The rise and fall of the Brown family's plural marriage has been one of the most gripping storylines in reality television. TLC's Sister Wives documented the inner workings of a modern-day polygamous family, offering viewers a rare glimpse into the rewards and, more significantly, the sacrifices that come with sharing a husband among multiple wives. For over a decade, audiences watched Mary, Janelle, Christine, and eventually Robyn attempt to navigate their relationships with Kody Brown, and with one another, under the often crushing weight of expectations that come with plural marriage. By the end of season 19, however, it has become painfully clear that the entire system had imploded. What started out as an ambitious family project to live according to their spiritual convictions ended in fragmentation, hurt feelings, and unresolved resentment. And as much as Robyn and Janelle may want to point fingers at each other, or at Christine, or Mary, the truth is that they're both angry with the wrong person. The real catalyst for the collapse of the Brown family is, and always has been, Kody Brown. Yet somehow, he keeps managing to avoid being held accountable by the women around him. Let's explore how this dynamic has played out over the years, and why continuing to misdirect their anger only prolongs the dysfunction. The illusion of equal partnership in plural marriage. The premise of Sister Wives was, at least on paper, about family unity and equal love. Kody Brown frequently preached the idea that his plural family worked because he made sure to give each wife equal time, attention, and affection. For a time, this seemed to be true, at least in a superficial sense. But as the seasons unfolded, cracks in the facade began to show. Christine, for example, was the first to express that she felt unloved and unvalued. Mary's emotional distance from Kody became palpable after their catfishing scandal. And while Janelle appeared to be the most independent, even she eventually admitted that the emotional intimacy had long disappeared from her marriage. The emotional labor required from each wife to make the marriage work was immense, but Kody was never expected to shoulder the same emotional burden himself. Kody's decision to bring Robyn into the family only intensified these cracks. His instant infatuation with Robyn was clear and unmistakable. She became not only his favorite wife, but also the only one who seemed to benefit from a complete and intact relationship with him.